Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our JustNoMil. In today's episode, MIL held baby before I did. MIL complained about the food I'm serving at dinner, so I told her to bring her own. Am I the JustNo? MILs and first outfits. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. MIL held baby before I did. Hi all. I'm 10 days postpartum and haven't been having the best time emotionally since giving birth. For some backstory, I was sent into L&D at 37+4 for gestational hypertension and ultimately was induced. Little one's heart rate dropped low the next afternoon and I ended up having an emergency C-section. She was sent to NICU, cord was wrapped around her neck when they got her out, and I was sent to my postpartum room to recover. Since she was struggling, I never got to hold her or see her for longer than a few seconds when I was hopped up on anesthesia/meds in the OR. My boyfriend was able to go see our LO in the NICU by himself before his parents arrived. He held her first. I had to wait until my catheter was out and my epidural wore off before I could get out of bed and go to the NICU. My boyfriend's parents are great people. They helped my BF and I a lot during this pregnancy. However, this is their first grandchild and they're a bit overexcited about everything. Hours after my C-section, they showed up at the hospital. When they arrived, they almost demanded to see the baby. I agreed that they could go see her, but didn't expect for my BF to come back and tell me that his mom held her. Am I wrong to still be so unbelievably upset that his mother didn't even consider the fact that I hadn't even seen her yet or held her? I can't stop thinking about it. LO came home from the NICU last Thursday, and his parents are just overly eager to have any excuse to see our LO. We had family dinner on Sunday, and his parents were so overwhelming and just kept wanting to hold her and bothering her while we tried to put her down for a nap. I haven't brought it up to my boyfriend, but have mentioned to him setting boundaries with his parents, which he is okay with but doesn't know how to set them without hurting feelings. My hormones and emotions have been a waterfall the past week since giving birth, and it's making me resentful and feel hatred against his parents. What do I do? ETA. I just had a conversation with my boyfriend regarding boundaries and what had happened when his mom held our LO before me, and how it made me feel. I'm fully confident in our relationship and know he didn't mean any harm or malice by letting her hold our new baby. He will be having a conversation with his parents. I'm a NICU nurse, and we don't let anyone except dad hold baby until mom has had a chance to. In fact, mom has to be in the room for anyone other than dad to hold baby. I'm so sorry this wasn't the case for you, and that moment was taken from you. This is unbelievably kind and considerate of you. Is this policy or just something your unit does? I know this must feel so hard, but try to reframe it. She didn't hold your baby first. You did. Your body cradled your child for 10 months. You rocked your baby, soothed your baby, nourished your baby. You will continue to for many more years. And if she ever brings it up to baby that she held baby first, you interrupt her. You shake your head and say to your child, with strong, loving eye contact, a smile, and your fingers pointed at your heart, "No, she didn't, baby. Your mama held you first." I've got tears in my eyes. I went through a situation similar to OP 17 years ago, and this has just soothed and healed something in me. Buckle up. My MIL spent years orchestrating a way to step in on all firsts for both kids. I never had the courage to stand up right away. It made it all so much worse years later. Literally tore the family apart, and naturally I was to blame. I even had complete strangers to me, her friends, approaching me to get a look at me. Now it has bled into the relationship my children have with each other. She favored one more than the other. I wish I knew then what I know now. How hard is it for a nurse to ask, "Has mama held her yet?" before handing a baby off to a grandparent? Guess we've all got to start putting that in our birth plans. and bring a pre-printed sign to attach to the baby bed that says, "No one holds baby but mom, dad, and the medical team." Emil complained about the food I'm serving at dinner, so I told her to bring her own. Am I the JustNo? I'm tired of my Emil, and if I could, I'd talk to her even less than I already do. I thought I was justified in my response to Emil's rude and passive-aggressive messages until I showed it to my mom, who said I was stooping to her level and being an a-hole. Of course, Emil's minions have already been notified of what I said to her and are insisting I apologize. SIL says I should just apologize so tomorrow isn't awkward, but Emil made it awkward by coming at my menu. DH says he doesn't think I should apologize, but it's up to me if I decide to. He supports whatever I choose to do. Here's the full conversation.
Mil, Iope.
I noticed you didn't pick up when I called you earlier. Although it's not unusual for you not to answer, you always message instead, so I'm worried. I hope you're alright, dear. Please do get back to me so I won't have to send FIL there to check on you. He's not in the best mood today and wants to go play golf with his friends, but family comes first. Me, hi. Emil, sorry. I missed your calls. I'm fine, no need to send FIL over. Emil, oh, I'm so glad you've gotten back to me. I was starting to wonder if you'd blocked me or something, lol. Anyway, I was calling to ask about tomorrow's menu since it's your turn to play chef tomorrow. I'm doing Sunday dinner as usual, and I'm hoping you and DH can make it out of bed to come to dinner this week. I miss you too. As for the menu, Chef doesn't want you cooking something he's making. You know how he is. It just wouldn't be fair to you, and we don't want any silly comparisons. You know how aunt-in-law can be. Looking forward to what you come up with, dear. Emil, photo of Chef's menu. Emil, what's your menu looking like? Are we making anything similar? Me, no, Emil. Our menus are completely different, so tell Chef not to worry. I'm making what I made last time, but replacing chicken with lamb and fish. Emil, oh dear, why so unimaginative? You have all day to make dinner. Why not make pan-seared scallops and a pea puree and any sauce? Everyone loved it when Bil's wife she hates, made it, and you're a far better cook than her, so it would be a hit. I must admit I was hoping for a bit more variety that isn't just swapping chicken with beef. Emil, but of course if it works for you, who am I to judge? It's just that in this family, except for Bil's wife and Sil, we like to switch things up. I can send Chef over to help if that would ease the pressure for you. Emil, I just remembered cousin-in-law and I had a white chocolate and raspberry mousse cake with a raspberry coulis at the restaurant, and it was simply divine. I can ring them and have them send you the recipe. Me, wow. Thank you for the generous offer, but DH and I have this down to a science now. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And from everyone's requests and messages, it certainly ain't broke. Me, also, just because we're not changing our menu for tomorrow doesn't mean you can't have what you'd like. As you know, dinner at ours is also a potluck of sorts, so feel free to bring the blueberry mousse cake. I'm dying to try it. Me, good news, Emil. I just spoke with Sil, and she's bringing her amazing scallops, so that'll be our appetizer for a second week in a row. You are way nicer than I'd be. At worst, you matched her energy. I wouldn't apologize. My response would have 100% been, sounds like you want to handle dinner. I'll bring napkins. Her rude passive-aggressive carry-on had me annoyed at the first paragraph. Stop. Just stop with the family dinner one-upping on her part. No, I'm not doing this anymore. Let's eat out if we have to get together. Or go LC, this would be my preference. She's awful. I hate this idea that we have to respond perfectly to people who are being rude and awful to us. You're not stooping to her level here. You're giving her some of her own treatment. If it's good enough for her to give to you, it's good enough to give to her. If you need to apologize, then she certainly does, and I'd tell her flying monkeys that. I simply let her know she could bring whatever she wants. Have you seen the exchange? She was extremely rude and passive-aggressive to me. Why do you think I need to apologize to her, but she doesn't need to apologize to me when she's in the wrong? And definitely screw anyone telling you to keep the peace, lol. You did well, girl. There's nothing to apologize for. I find your replies perfectly reasonable and honestly rather nice considering how rude she was being. Who comes to dinner thinking they can order whatever they want? MILs and first outfits. Flagging is success because it worked for us, and I'm hoping it'll help others in the same situation. I saw a post here earlier, and honestly a few in the past, but couldn't comment due to locked thread. For those of you struggling with MILs who insists on buying all your baby's first outfits, I have JMMIL, a JMMOM, and a JN stepmom who all did this, and it was infuriating. My babies weren't even born yet, and they had their first Christmas, Easter, etc. all bought. So with those days approaching, we kept getting texts about sending pictures in their first outfits, which we didn't get to buy. First Valentine's Day, my awesome DH dressed our cats in the first outfits and sent to the family group. Hilarious. First Easter, we stepped it up a notch and did a whole photo shoot with the help of a photographer friend, with our kitties once again dressed for the occasion. We did this for every single holiday, eventually getting our dogs involved too, and a friend's horse. They were never sent pictures of the actual kids on those holidays, except for a Christmas card showing the backs of my kids with Merry and Christmas written on the bums of their diapers. Oh, I absolutely love all of this. For Christmas, should give them all a calendar with all of these. Well, this is a first. I'm jealous of your in-laws. I want to see. ETA, the animal specifically. Curious about the crowd's reaction? A lot of "stop trying to be funny" texts, loads of phone calls calling us spiteful and mean. DH handled the backlash like a champ with gifts and basically ignoring the request for the real photos. You must let us know how they reacted. I love the pettiness of this, but honestly, it's not an effort I would have even taken. Whenever my MIL wanted me to send her a picture of LO in the first outfit she bought, I explained that LO didn't wear it because DH and I hadn't chose that outfit, therefore, LO was in the outfit we chose/bought. Eventually, MIL stopped buying the outfits because she realized I was never going to put LO in them. My JNMIL would have ripped me apart verbally for doing that. Apparently, the firsts were hers to enjoy. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.